Okay, we're live. Sweet. You're not even. Not even in Frank. like waiting for education, no, we have plenty. And if okay, so in the preview, it's actually we have to, but he's here, so it's fine. Okay, thank you. You can now walk around here, it's fine, so just behind the camera.
Honored graduates, distinguished guests, thank you for joining us at the graduation ceremony for the 2020 UB degree qualifications. My name is Nick Weston. I am the team leader for Animation Auckland, and I'd like to welcome you all to the ceremony. Before we get started, a little bit of a health and safety briefing. In the event of an emergency, the alarm is impossible to mistake for anything else. Exits are to stage left and stage right. Bathrooms are to the right. I'd ask everyone please to make sure their phones are either off or set to flight mode. There are occasionally phones that cause problems with the wireless microphones, and I don't want to accidentally end up receiving your call on the speaker. I'd like to start the ceremony by introducing Executive Ana Maria Rivera to make her opening remarks.
Kia ora, and welcome everyone. On behalf of Yoobee Colleges, just like you did, I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 Bachelor of Animation and Software Engineering graduation ceremony. Before I sort of start and talk a little bit about our industry and our sector, I really want to thank our parents, friends of our graduates, not graduates yet, but graduates, and our UB teaching whānau, which consists of, they're kind of scattered around the room, but we have Manju, Trong, Regan, Ranju, Dia, Dean, Raphael, Ian, and Raymond, plus our campus management and Nisha, who's around the room, for their constant support and guidance and patience to help every one of our graduates here today. I'm actually going to ask all of graduates to just stand up 1 second and look to your loved ones next to you or your tutors and just give them a big round of applause. So we're going to start by doing that, yeah? And to all of you graduates here today, a huge congratulations. Devoting 3 years of your life to studies is always a challenging journey. But this particular group that's here today has had numerous hurdles thrown at you all, not least of which was a global pandemic which transformed every single aspect of our lives and sometimes made us feel as if we were living in a really bad science fiction movie. But despite all of this, you all made it here today because you have a love for what you do and you've got a lot of determination. And those two things are what will get you through life. It's a really important skill and you've all shown that you have it. I've always had that saying that every end has a new. And this is incredibly appropriate to today's event. Graduating is not really an end, it's a beginning. And it's a beginning into stepping into what I think is the most exciting industry in the universe. You're all entering the creative sector, and you couldn't ask for a better industry to be in. Kiwis, we've got a rich history of creativity and ingenuity, shaping who we are today and who we will be tomorrow. The unique creative expressions of our Maori ancestors to the distinctive artists and creative entrepreneurs that our little multicultural nation has produced in the past 150 years, we have a wealth of really authentic talent in our shores. And our creativity and our ideas have become more than just the stories we tell. They've actually become the businesses and the industries that make up today. And many of these businesses and many of these industries are at the forefront of technological innovation. With this revolution, we're kind of going global, and creativity is a proven driver of social and cultural transformation, plus so much more. So this fusion of creativity and technology, we call it Createch these days, is transforming the way we live, we learn, we play, we work. It's revolutionizing everything. And if we as New Zealanders and you as creatives get ambitious about our sector, because you're entering a sector now, and you understand it, you know, it has huge potential to improve social and economic outcomes in New Zealand and globally. So it's quite an exciting place to be, and I really ask you all to just hold that really tight as you're out in the world. You are all creatives and you're part of this amazing sector. Just about storytelling, it's a huge part of it, but it's actually about incubating businesses and entrepreneurship, so it's really exciting. I'm forever amazed. I get a lot of graduates that come back to speak to us at Yoobee, and I'm forever amazed at the types of jobs that our graduates do end up going into. It serves as a constant reminder that our industry is much bigger than what people out there think. You know, in fact, all the have are sought after in every type of business because it's creative skills and creative innovators that are our future problem solvers. So just always remember that, and I ask you all as you step into the world and you start thinking about careers and what you're going to do, to remember that the skill set you have is so incredibly broad. Yeah. It's an exciting time, and despite the challenges that we've had and that COVID created, to be making the most of what's in front of us and continue to evolve at pace. So I really do ask, my sort of key theme here today is that every single one of you future creatives, or now creatives, let's say, go out into the world and help support our creative sector, challenge the stereotypes that are out there about what a creative is and what we contribute to society. And it's your work and your successes there that will drive that change. So you've got a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, good responsibility. I'd like to thank you once again, and a huge congratulations on behalf of the team at Yoobee. I'm going to hand over to some of our faculty leaders and to speak to you, but yeah, from everyone at Yoobee, a big congrats.
If I can now ask Raymond McGrath, Senior Tutor in Animation, to step forward for a few words.
Kia ora, everyone. All right, so welcome friends and family to this celebration, and of course, welcome graduates. Here we are. So for those that don't know me, my name is Raymond McGrath, and when I was asked to speak today, I saw it as an excellent opportunity to make another slideshow. Those of you that haven't experienced my are legendary in design and content, but mostly in design. No, not today. Seriously though, when reflecting on what to speak about today, I found myself thinking about what I tend to think of as my privilege. And over the past sort of few decades and a half, I've been working as a professional in the industry of animated media and publishing, and it's work I continue to do today. But what's different is that these days, I also work within the realms of higher education, alongside new and emerging talents such as the people sitting in the room today. This is the privilege I found myself thinking about: industry and education, two parts of what's essentially a whole. Industry, to a large extent, has an expectation from education, and that is to teach students specific tools, techniques, even buttons that they use every day in their various productions and pipelines, because they want graduates prepared for the workforce. I mean, after all, there's work to be done, and people are needed to do it. This is a valid and relevant expectation, and it's something that this particular degree program address. We address that expectation. But the purpose of higher education isn't entirely focused on production technicians only. Higher education has another key purpose, and the academic typical point of view too. Academically, its goals are to develop critical thinkers, creative innovators, with an ability to identify a new or specific problem, then work to find a unique and original solution using research, arguments, and evaluating practices and processes, and then share and contribute that knowledge to the knowledge base we have globally. And our degree program also does this by design. In my privileged position as both an educator and industry professional, I think I feel qualified enough to state that one cannot be mutually exclusive of the other, no matter what one or the other. Without an industry without creative critical thinkers, educated problem solvers, and innovative research-based creativity, will never be much more than an industry destined to rely on its tools as they are designed, its techniques as they are proven to be reliable, and its buttons pushed in their specific orders to produce their predictable end results. But conversely, critical thinking without practical application and industry relevance is unlikely to rise beyond deep thinking. With no true purpose, or worse, disappear into the oblivion with millions of other great ideas. So, but don't get me wrong, neither is without its value independently. But together, that sparkles with possibilities and futures, just like the graduates in this room. Like the work you're about to see. All the work produced by these talented, intelligent, and soon to be qualified graduates is a testament to what happens when you take an imaginative, creative concept, prove, justify, and test it theoretically, and then produce it with industry tools and standards, and professional practice. These are the new products. They will create the new businesses and in time become the new future of our industry. I see that as my privilege. And I wish you all the very best. So, thank you.
I would now like to ask Himanshu Khanna, the Faculty Team Lead in Technology, to address the board.
Thank you, Nick. Dear graduates, family members, and colleagues, it gives me immense pleasure to address you all on behalf of the Faculty of Technology. On this afternoon of celebration, I offer my heartiest congratulations to the graduates on reaching this major milestone, especially in the year that was 2020. I echo the sentiments of the entire faculty, most of which are behind you. When I'm extremely proud of this class. Today, you graduate actually into becoming developers and engineers, from mere consumers to creators. And stepping into the tech industry may seem hard and daunting. It can be at times, but I assure you, it's the fastest growing in New Zealand. So there's plenty of opportunities, and I have a lot of faith in all of you. Having recently joined Yoobee, unfortunately I wasn't able to see all of you grow, but faculty have shared many anecdotes with me over your time, and from what I hear, I can say we're pretty confident that all of you are ready for the world outside, as we really strive to stimulate it. You know, from the last bit line of code to restarting Visual Studio for the 20th time. All of this may seem behind us, but I can tell you, you will see far more strange things in your illustrious careers. But please remember, the journey of your life is just beginning, and this is an important chapter. You've chosen a beautiful and a rewarding career path, one that has a lot of debugging, a lot of going back to the QA, but take this as an opportunity to learn and grow in the beginning. Be eager to learn consistently. Your learning does not stop after you graduate. Take more than what is asked of you, and always remember the words of Tommy Lasorda, which I always go back to. The difference between possible and impossible lies really in a person's determination. And those words are no more true than the pandemic that has just shown us. So congratulations once again.
Thank you. We are now going to award the degrees. They will be awarded in the following order. Bachelor of Creative Software will begin, followed by the Bachelor of Animation, Story and Character major, and then the Bachelor of Animation, World Building and Visual Effects major. When I call your qualification, could you please assemble to this side of the stage in alphabetical order as you are seated. I will then call you up on stage and you will receive a cap and your degree certificate. When you approach, make sure that the tassel on your trencher is to the left, and as part of the ceremony, it is transferred to the right, marking your graduation. So, could I please ask the graduands, last time I'll be calling you on that, for the Bachelor in Creative Software to assemble on the left side. And Maria, can I ask you please to come forward and wander. And magic. Our first graduate from the class is able to join us today. So we will start with, sorry, my apologies, I'm looking in the wrong room. We will start with William Doctor. Bailey Illingworth. Shay Maivia Harris. Ruben McDonald. Kisun Park. Faisua Penman. Misha van den Bogel. Jack Webb. Yusuf Yang. May I ask the graduates from the Bachelor of Creative Software please to be outstanding? Distinguished guests, your graduates. Thank you. I would now like to ask the graduates from the Bachelor of Animation majoring in Story and Character to please assemble at this side of the stage, once again in alphabetical order. Our first graduate is unable to join us today, so we will start with Piccolo Palazzo. Andrew Collett. Demetra Courtney. Bianca Dajuan. Hannah de Groot. Faris Fados. Grace Forbes. Zara Ghazali. Tyler Greer. Therese Henares. Catherine Hobson Brown. Rachel Khan. Grace Kim. Maria Martinovic. Anna Tello. Angela Vergara. Shayla Walker. Lachlan Walsh. Please ask the graduates of the Bachelor of Animation majoring in Story and Character please to be outstanding. Thank you. I would now like to call the graduates of Animation majoring in World Building and Visual Effects to please assemble to the left side of the stage. Michael Atumovich. Marissa Banny. Jantara Bonola Whitley. Han Su Chan. Our next graduate is unable to join us today, so we will move to Amber Edwards. Ryan Hilder. Sarah Hodge. Sunny Hong. Samara Koreva. Yana Palmer. our next graduate is unable to be with us, so we will move to Finley Power. Elwas Sabdal. Connor Walton. If I could ask the graduates in the Bachelor of Animation, World Building and Visual Effects, please to be outstanding. I would like everyone please to offer a round of applause for our graduates who are not able to join us today. They are, from the Bachelor of Animation, Story and Character, Laura Akilimaz Ureta, Qingwen Jiang, and from the Bachelor of Animation, World Building Visual Effects, Anna Hermanova. Congratulations, everybody. So please ask, we will now move on to the showreel, so I can ask Rafael please to come up to set that. That brings the official part of the ceremony to a close. I would like to take this opportunity to once again congratulate our graduates for the hard work and effort they've put in, and wish them all the best in their first steps out into the wider world. Well done, everybody. everybody. Afternoon tea will now be served. It will be available at the back of the room. Please take this opportunity as well to get any photographs with each other. It's going to be not that easy to get everybody together again. A challenge. Would everybody like to get a group photograph of your cohort? You like that? Okay. I'll keep emceeing for a minute. Can we get the Bachelor of students up on the front of the stage so we can get a photo?